What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with another Mega Man X Dive weapon overview video. Today we're on my Taiwan account as per usual, as you can probably tell, but because Super Base is on my home screen, there's also things here we don't have in global, but I don't have the weapon on my global account, so let's take a look at the Bubble Bomber. Alright, so here we are taking a look at the Bubble Bomber. This quickly became one of my favorite launchers to use in PvE content. I've mentioned this a few times before, but I don't think this weapon is suited for PvP. You can use it in PvP, but I think it's much better in PvE. So let's take a look at it. It is a launcher type weapon, as you see here, bombardment. And then we'll look at the skills. We have HP increase, which is okay. We have Water Flea Bubble. When attacking, launch 4 additional Water Flea Bubbles that track ignore terrain. Each run does 12% attack damage to the target. This effect will only be triggered once again after a second cooldown. So with this, you launch four bullets per round every 3 seconds, and the flea bubbles have tracking as well, and they're getting more terrain. That's quite useful. We have improved energy shot, increases rate of fire and energy by 10%, which is very nice. And here is one of the reasons why I like it in PvE. When being hit, recover HP equal to 14% of your attack. This effect only triggers again once after a 6-second cooldown. I would like this a lot more if I didn't have to be hit for this to trigger the recovery, but because I got to be hit for it. But this is one of the things that makes it very, very nice in PvE content, especially in like Jacob's Elevator, where you need to use a launcher. You just slap this on, and you have some passive healing. You have some passive healing alongside maybe your baton card, maybe your Furham passive if you're using Furham or what have you. And if using a character like, say, Tron Bond or Vilemark 2, this is as long as you get hit. So if you get hit while inside your ride armor or goose staff, you still get the heal from it because you're still being hit. Right now, that would also apply if you if you have a shield on as well and you get hit. Just as long as you are to get hit, you get the recovery, which is quite nice. So we have power increase, increases the damage rate by 5%. We have Luciferase, increase the number of Water Flea Bubbles by 1 and enhance our tracking effect. So now you launch 5 additional Water Flea Bubbles that track and get the that can track the opposition, ignore terrain, things like that. So that's very, very nice. And now for the hidden skills. I think the hidden skill for this is in global. If it's not, we're going to take a look at it anyway, just to show it. First up, we have Purify. When you hit a target with a weapon, we're going to remove 1 debuff. This effect will be triggered once more after a 3-second cooldown. So you remove 1 debuff on yourself when you hit the target. It's pretty cool. Continuous damage resistance, 50% chance to become immune to continuous damage. It's okay. Then we get Regeneration. We have a 15% of attack power when the weapons. Recover HP equal to 15% of your attack when your weapon energy is exhausted. That's very, very nice. It's probably the one I would recommend for PvE the most. And then thorough preparation adaptability. When HP is 75% or higher, reduce damage by 14%. You could also use this one, but I think I like regeneration more. Because you can, for this one in particular, it's not bad, but your only source of healing on the weapon inherently is by being hit. So unless you're frequently using this with a character that has a shield, or like I said, Tron, or on a goose type or something, it's probably going to be a bit harder to maintain this. Or you're using this with a character that has some other way of healing as well. But I think regeneration is better. But the thing with regeneration is, maybe if you go for regeneration, maybe you don't want improved energy shot, right? Because now you have 10% increased energy, so it takes you longer to deplete your ammo. So then that also means longer to get to the extra heal from that passive, which is a little upsetting. But you know what? It happens. All right, now that we've gone over the passives for the Bubble Bomber, let's take a look at a few units that it might pair well with. Alright, so first up, Tron Bond. Tron has synergy with launcher type weapons, and she has her Gustav as well, so you can trigger the heal while you're inside her Gustav, which is really, really nice. Just to kind of show real quick here. I forgot where her is it Showtime? No, no, she has it. Oh, it might be on her card. Okay, no, she has Launcher Mastery here, and then her card gives her Launcher Adaptability. So she'll deal more damage and take a little less damage when using a launcher. And again, as long as she's in her boost staff, it counts as being hit, so you'll get that there. Vial Mark II is also a good option with his ride armor. Again, Vial Mark II gets amped with his kit inherently. Oh, this is adaptability. So actually, even outside of his ride armor, this is pretty good on Vial because he takes 20% less damage. Just while holding a launcher, so that's very, very nice. And you know, he has launcher mastery as well, so that would be very, very nice on him. I think Massimo is also a fantastic budget option. I've always recommend Massimo to people for Jakob Orbital Elevator because he's such a budget option, and he has access to very easy shields, so you could just slap one of these on him and use the bubble bomber alongside him. Or even just have it active while you have Steel Body on. Though I think that this is better for PvE, just getting the shields. We got the boy Star Force Mega Man here as well because he has inherent mitigation on his air spread ability via the modifier chips. Depending on, I'm sorry, not mitigation, damage amp via these, and actually maybe with his DNA. He might have mitigation here. Yeah, he does. He has inherent mitigation. We don't have his DNA in global just yet. But for PvE, this will be very, very nice as well. And he even has inherent healing on himself. So you can make even more use of his healing for PvE style things with Star Wars Mega Man. Halloween Vial, because of course I gotta include a vial in here, another vial in here. Just because I think every vial has some kind of synergy with launchers, to be honest. I think, yep, Launcher Mastery. Even if he didn't have Launcher Mastery, he also has a lot of healing inherently in his kit. So just giving him even more sustain will be helpful, as well as you see right here. He's going to trigger life regeneration when it hits a target, because this has life regeneration on it. But with this chip, you guarantee life regeneration, so that's very, very nice for your Halloween Vial. And I don't think he might have adaptability as well. Oh no, he has more healing. That's what it is. Okay. All right, I think it's just all the characters I want to call out in particular. Like I said, I don't really recommend this weapon for PvP, so that's why I've just been recommending mostly for PvE units. You can use this weapon for PvP. I just don't think it's very good for PvP, right? I just think there's much better options. If you're going to use a launcher, there's a Cannon God Turbo Cannon, you know, decides rule when that launches, etc. So again, that's why I've only really been recommending things for PvE for this weapon in particular. There's also other characters you can put it with. I just called out a few that I know have some synergy with launchers, like depending on the stage you're doing, like in, let's say, Jakob Orbital Elevator. Furham would probably be pretty good with it as well. Furham has a shield on her S2 she has access to, and she also has access to healing as well. So it'll just be more sustained for her, like Furham. But yeah, I just wanted to call out some stuff in particular. And I think that's going to be it for this video. So hopefully this video helped you out get a little bit of better understanding of Bubble Bomber. Like I said, I really like the weapon just in PvE. So there is that. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll channel the video showing that you're enjoying the content. As per usual, I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons and my YouTube channel members. Thank you for supporting me and allowing me to continue to do what I do. If you'd like to support me on as a YouTube channel member or on my Patreon, you can find out how to do so down below the video in the video description. And I will see you guys next time. Later.